While KwaZulu Natal authorities scramble to replenish water reserves from other sources, Durban-based businessmen decided to take matters into their own hands. In 2011, Ray de Vries, along with his colleagues, created Water from Air, a mobile water maker, and he's convinced that he's found the solution to the region's water shortages. Water from Air is a new water source that has been called a possible groundbreaking solution to South Africa's water challenges, since enough water is made to ensure safe drinking water for every person in the country. Water from Air is completely sustainable. That does not draw from the country's water resources in any way. Now, joining us in studio is the Chief Executive of Water from Air, Ray de Vries. Morning, Ray. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Interesting project. I'm sure you must have lots of interest, not just in South Africa, but from around the world. Tell us how the concept works.
Yeah, we've had a lot of interest from all over, particularly in South Africa, Africa, kind of California, South America. But the way that it works, our machines suck in the air, cool it down, the condensation drops into an ultraviolet bin. It goes through filtration process, reverse osmosis, and then it's held in an ultraviolet tank and then ready to be dispensed, whether it's a bottle, whether it's in an office, a home, a lodge, hospital, or whether we're taking it to drought-stricken areas like we're seeing on screen now.
Yeah, we live in a very dry country, which is what people don't often realize, is that South Africa is often a challenge with its water sources. Truly speaking, you believe that this can be the silver bullet that overcomes the water challenges we face as a nation?
Absolutely. It's not going to become, it is. We are making 5 of these a week now, and it's going all over the place. They're solar, they're gas driven, they're diesel generator driven, or 3-phase. So these are being put out to places like Belito on the east coast, Verulam, all the northern KZN, southern KZN. And we can't make enough because it's the only other water source we've got. It's all very well managing your water resources properly. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we need an alternative water source. There's not enough water on this planet to sustain the number of people that there are. Yeah, there's
fresh water and more and more people coming. I wanted to ask you about cost because, you know, I see in the Middle East they desalinate seawater, which is a very expensive process. If you think about it, it's about cost you the same to takes a litre of oil to desalinate a litre of water. How competitive are you guys?
It's much cheaper to do it this way. You know, every cubic meter of air weighs 1.22 kilograms. So our source is right here. It's all around us. So we don't have to go to a sea. We don't have to go there. We don't pollute anything. It's sustainable because that water comes in and that water goes out again. And even if it does run into the sea, it becomes water in the air again, so we use it again. And we're seeing incredible results coming back from places where there are no water, and then also the convenience factor. But the desalination, whilst it does work, I was in Dubai a couple of weeks ago, what they're doing is they're just pushing a hell of a lot of salt back into the water. Yeah. So whilst you're taking from the sea, you're putting back into the sea only salt, and that concentrate isn't great.
Yeah, no, that's not a good thing. How do you think authorities should be addressing the long-term water solutions that we need in South Africa?
My colleagues and I have we've been doing this for 7 years now. We've come to market now, and just at the right time, thank goodness. In fact, this morning coming to studio, you wouldn't think it was the right time because there's a lot of water around.
There's a lot of water around today.
But we've already designed big pantechnicons that are water from air makers. We've designed a town that is a water from air making town. And this isn't science fiction. This is right now. We don't face a crisis. We face a catastrophe.
Yeah, we do. We absolutely face a catastrophe. Fresh water, especially in rural areas. How can you guys help the communities that are often at the effect of things like climate change, water shortages? We see issues with infrastructure not being serviced regularly and falling apart. How can you guys make a contribution there?
You know, I'm promoted the Doozy Canoe Marathon for 19 years, and this is where I got the idea. So I've seen rural settlements, I've seen first world, third world. The way that we can, each and every citizen out there in South Africa that can do this is every litre of water we take from a machine leaves a litre of water for our fellow countrymen in the rural areas, in the dams, in the rivers of our country. Yeah. So that's the way that each and every one can do it. I think that each and every one corporate should be using our machines on every floor, and that's not a sales gimmick, that's what should be done. Yeah. So that we're taking from the air, we're not taking from the natural resources of our country, and we're helping our fellow South Africans, and it's pure, 100% pure.
If I want to put one in my backyard, Ray, what will it cost me as an individual?
You can put one in your front yard, you can put one in your home. A home is going to cost you about 25,000 Rand, but you can also rent it for 1,250 Rand. And our website does that. You can have a look at that. But the bigger one costs around about R1 million, but it depends on what we're doing.
Yeah.
6 of those machines takes an entire building off the water grid. And South Africa is the first place in the world. We've given birth to another thing, and it's called water from air, but the actual thing is, instead of load shedding, it's water shedding. In fact, we've got both now.
Yeah, we do have both. That's a concerning thing, and unfortunately, it seems to be raining. A lot of rain is heading towards KwaZulu Natal. So that might sort out that one in the short term, but it's the long-term solutions that we have to look at. And this is a fantastic invention you guys have come up with, Ray. I thank you for joining us, and all the best with this. I hope that we can implement it on a larger scale around the country. Thanks again.
Magic, thanks. And we're making rain while the sun shines.
Oh, there you go.